Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the online classes at SMB CAPS. I am Abid Hussain here, physics lecturer, and today we are going to start our topic, that is the significant figures. First of all, we will come to the definition of the significant figures. Each of the digits of a number that are used to express it to required degree of accuracy starting from the first non-zero digits that are called the significant figures. Significant figures. Now, as we know that from the definition, significant figures are those figures which have their accurate values. Okay, so here if we have a thermometer and there was a reading which is between the 25 degree centigrade and 30 degree centigrade, now what will be the number? Actually it is the between 25 and 30, so we'll guess that which number should that be. It may be 26, 27, 28, but here we can say that when it is between two numbers, so it will be the middle number, which will be the 27. So here we have 2, which is a certain number, and we have 7, which is a uncertain number. So we can say that these both numbers are significant figures. Okay, now these numbers are called as significant because both have the values. Now if we are going to take another thermometer which is the 1 degree centigrade, so here if you will see that our measurement which is between 26 and 27, so now in the between that is 27, but this is not only 27 because it is more than 27, so it may be the 27.2, means 2 is here uncertain number. So these three, all the numbers are called as the significant figures. These are the three numbers and these three are called as the significant figures here. But the 2 is uncertain number. So what will be the estimation of these numbers? As we have given these numbers which are given here, actually whenever we are going to use the apparatus like cylinder, like the graduate cylinder or the beaker or the any other instrument, thermometer like we are using here, so these will be the estimated measurements which will be like the 27.2, 27.3 or anything else. But in digital measurements we get accurate values. Now if we are going to measure anything, then there will be the accurate value like the 27.22 gram. This will be the accurate value for that. Okay, so this is the method how to measure and how to get the significant figures. Like here we are going to measure the volume of a liquid, and remind your mind that we mostly use graduate cylinder for the measuring any liquid. Now pouring a liquid and watching the measurement of that liquid. Now like if we have any liquid and we will see here that where was the bottom of that many gases. Okay, like here we have the measurement which is between 4.5 ml to 4.6 ml. Now we will get the accurate values. How? This will be only the estimation only here, which will be the between 4.5 and 4.6. Then what will be the number? Number should be the 4.55 estimated. Actually 5 number is here estimated number, means this is not fully accurate number, but it is only the estimation which is gotten here from the measurement. Okay, so now which are the significant figures? Actually significant figures are defined by their rules, and rules tells us about the significant figures, that which are the significant and which are not significant figures. Now number 1 we have here, that is the non-zero digits. All the non-zero digits are the significant figures. Like we have the here 5.76 meter, that is the height of giraffe. So these 3 numbers are called the significant figures, and these 3 all numbers are significant digits. Okay, number 2 rule we have here, that if there are the zeros which are included, means there are the numbers on the sides of the zeros and zeros liquid between the numbers, then these all the numbers and the zeros also called as the significant figures. Like we have 1.076, so here we have the 4 numbers including the 0. So these all the 4 numbers will be the significant figures. Now for example we have 2035, here 0 is also present between 2 and 3. So these all the 4 digits are called the significant digits, are the significant figures. Okay, so now we are going to the third rule, trailing zeros in a decimal number. It means if we have the zeros but there is also a decimal point, point is used in that. So the zeros, whether they are locating between the numbers or on the side of the numbers, but these will called as to be the significant figures. Okay, so these have the 4 significant figures like we have given here. Now leading zeros, there is the number 4 significant figures rule. Leading zeros are not significant, means if we have the numbers and these are at the decimal point but are in front of the side and leading, so these zeros will be calculated as the non-significant figures. So here we have the 0.000620. So here 3 zeros and the 4 zeros before the numbers are not significant, but only 3 significant figures are here. So now we have the number 5 rule, which is in scientific notation all digits are the significant. Means if we have the scientific notation like 10 power 2, 3 or anything else. Okay, so here all the numbers are called as the significant figures. Like if we have 0.00620 and we are converting it into the scientific notation, that will be the 6.20 into 10 power minus 4. Then here we have 3 numbers 6.20, then these 3 numbers will be the significant. Now we have the 6th number rule, that is the trailing zeros in a non-decimal are not significant. For suppose we have 94,000, so we have the 3 zeros which are here. So these 3 zeros will be called as the non-significant, but 9 and 4, these are the 2 significant figures here which are given. Like we have the 2000, so there will be only 2 which is the significant, but all the 3 zeros will be called as the non-significant figures. Okay, like we have the 2700, so these 2 zeros which are in the last will not be called. Now if we have the 94,000.0, then these all the numbers will be called as the significant figures. Now here we will say that all the 5 numbers are significant. So now come to the number 7 rule, which is the exact numbers are infinitely significant. Means we can say that if we have the kinetic energy and its value is 1 upon 2, but it is the exact number which is the 1 upon 2. So we can say simply that this is actually a significant figure which is given here, because it has the exact value which is in front of us, and we can say that this number is also called as the significant figure. So these were the 7 rules about the significant figures, and I hope that you will understand these are the rules and the significant figures that are. Now how we can get the calculations, how we can do the multiplications, additions and other things which are included in our mathematics. So these are all the things we can do, as we have the multiple measurements and we are going to divide them and we are going to multiply them, then what will be the values and how much significant figures will be there. So as we have a square foot, suppose here this is in front of you, which has the 6.21 length on one side and the second one is 5.4. so this is actually called as the rectangle, because both sides have the change measurements. So when these will be multiplied together, we will get the value which will be the 32.292 centimeter square. Okay, now here we have gotten a number which is the result of 2 measurements. Now here all the numbers here given, like the 6 which is given here is the significant, 2 is also the significant figure, 1 is also the significant figures. Now on the other hand, if we have the 5 and 2, these both are also the significant figures. Okay, so as a result, if we are getting the answer, then answer is 32.292. so these all are also called as the our significant figures. Now this whole process which is done under the some conditions and measurements. So here we have the rounding of data. According to rounding of data, we can less them. How much numbers are multiplied them? 5.2. These are the 2 numbers. So we will reduce them 2 numbers. Okay. So we will get the number which will be the whole number in 2 numbers which was in front of you. Now adding and subtracting. That was the multiplication. Now here we have the adding and the subtraction. If we are going to add 2 numbers, if we have the 6 meter long boy which is climbing on a mountain, so we will add 102 plus 6 and that will be is equals to 108 meter. So now here it is the exact value, so there is no any need of rounding of the data, and we will talk about the rounding of data in the lecture, so soon you will get that lecture only. So let's look at the examples. Like we have the density. Now what is the density? Actually density is mass per volume, means how much mass is present in a volume, and these both has a different values. Like the H2O, we have here density of the H2O, that is 1.00 gram per centimeter cubic. So its value we can say that it is 1 centimeter cubic or 1 ml. which is equals to 1 ml. Okay, so we have the value which is also called as the actually 1 centimeter cubic is equals to 1 ml. So according to it, our value will be the 1.00 gram per milliliter. Okay, so if here we are getting the exact value, that will be the 10.0 into 1.00. so after multiplying it, what is the value? Which is the 10.0 gram. Here we have the 10.0, which are the significant figures here. So the multiplication which is done here by the number which is 1.00, that will be the 10.0, so that will remain same here. So the density of an unknown metal means if we have a metal and we don't know that how much density is present in that metal, so how we can calculate this one? We have a method that we will calculate first of all the mass of that metal. Like we have the piece of a metal and its density is 80.01 gram. Okay, so take a piece of metal, like we have the liquid value of liquid is 20.00 ml, remind, and we are taking a piece of metal and dropping it into the cylinder. After that we have the value which is the 27.61 ml. Now the first work we will do here, that we will subtract these values. Okay, after subtracting 20.00 ml from 27.61 ml, we will get a value. That value will be the 7.61 ml. Okay, now here we have the values of mass and we have the value of the volume, so we can easily calculate the density of that substance. Now how we can calculate? First of all, put the value of mass, then put the value of volume, then divide these both. As we have the 4 significant figures in numerator, then we have the 3 significant figures which are in the denominator. So like we are going to divide, we will get the answer, and that answer we will get in the accurate values because we have the significant figures all in both in the mass and the volume. So our answer will be the 10.5 gram per ml. So this is the density of that substance which is given here, unknown metal like we have gotten here. So we can say that this is the silver. Okay, now significant figures, as you know that significant figures always tells us about the uncertainty in the measurements. Means if we are feeling any uncertainty while measuring the different substances and the different quantities, and so now this is a method of the significant figures, that how we can precise and how carefully we can get the accurate values there, and by the method of the dividing and the multiplying, if we are determining, so we will get the values exactly. Then in our addition and multiplication subtraction, so we can get the values through the decimal points, and if we are locating the decimal points, that where is the decimal point, we can exactly and accurately get the values and get the answers in subtracting and adding any substance. So here was this lecture about the significant figures. I hope you well understood about the significant figures, that what are the significant figures, how we can use the significant figures, how the rules are used in the significant figures, and which are the rules here, and every rule you have to keep in your mind. Best of luck. Thank you for watching our video.